Hi everybody! It's really exciting for Current Body to launch a new product, Lustre. So today we have invited Ron, the brand inventors, to Current Body and give us like a brief introduction about the brand and the products.
Well, start with the acne market generally. It's a market that's global and it's huge. At any one point in time, for example, in China, 10% of the entire population has acne actively.
Really?
And among adolescents, the figure is over 40%.
Wow.
Quite extraordinary. So it's a problem that's pervasive and it affects everybody. Up until this point in time, most of the products that are meant to address the problem of acne include cleaners and lotions, which do very little other than to clean the skin.
Yeah.
Latterly, there have been introduced some products that use light to cure acne.
Yeah.
The principle is a good one because a particular wavelength of blue light penetrates the skin, creates little bits of oxygen in the bacterial soup, which is the P. acnes bacteria, and it kills the P. acnes bacteria. So light can be used. The problem with that is that the devices that have been used to date have been things you sit on a tabletop and must sit in front of for 20 minutes, or things you must hold against your skin for 20 minutes, or things that you wear as a mask. Some of you know that one of the biggest companies in the world has just pulled a product off the market because there's too much light inside the mask. So we had been developing, that is the company Ambicare in the UK, a product for some years which used light to eliminate the acne problem. Unfortunately, the original product was designed with lots of wires and controllers and pretty complicated. Yeah. So the answer was to make it much smaller using today's technology in terms of LEDs and today's technology in terms of batteries, and create a rechargeable device like this, the Lustre Solo device, which you can see here, lights up a series of LEDs in close contact with the skin. The way it's used is really simple. You take this device, this here, which is a strip of self-adhesive tape, hygienically designed, put that onto the device here, and then place this on the skin where you have a problem.
Oh, wow. And
you can then do everything else you normally do. Yeah. You're not going to walk down the street with this on, but you can watch your television, you can do your emails, you can read a book. And that means that for 20 minutes it sits in contact with the skin, a beep goes off and the lights will shut themselves off. Okay. You can then take the device off and use it someplace else.
That's really convenient. Yes.
It's really convenient, and it's again very simple. If you have, by the way, if you feel that you've got a particularly bad outbreak, you might use it in the same place twice for a total of 40 minutes rather than 20 minutes. But simplicity itself, the Lustre Solo.
Yeah, it's really good, it's really light.
Very light.
Yeah, I feel like it's even lighter than an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Probably half the weight of an egg. And you can use it on other parts of the body, by the way. You got some acne on your neck or on some place on shoulders and so on. It can be used that way too. And you can, of course, buy a couple of them and use 2 or 3, which we'd all like. If you use 2 or 3 at one time. Once a day, and within a week, you'll see a very significant difference in the acne outbreak. The redness will begin to reduce, and the scab will start to crust over. Yeah. In 2 weeks, a very significant difference. In 3 weeks, you'll probably get complete clearance, because you're actually, and this is the thing, you're actually killing the acne bacteria. Yeah. This is not simply just to cleanse the skin. You're killing the bacteria which creates the infection. Well, that product that you described, and we don't need to go into great detail about which it was, but one of the biggest companies in the world, was taken off the market because the way in which they configured a facial mask, it had a tremendous amount of light leakage, and it got into the eyes. With a product like this, if you can see it in detail, you find that the skirt around this is a very flexible skirt, and it conforms to the skin, which means that even though the light is on, when I put it on the skin, there's no light escaping. you can't have a light problem with this with your eyes. In order to have it, you have to be so silly as to take this and put it on your eye. It's not a good idea. But anyway, it is completely eye safe as a result of its design.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, can I touch the silicone bit? Oh, it's really soft.
Yeah, very soft.
It's very comfortable to use it.
Yeah. And very, very light, as you said, so
yeah.
It doesn't feel like something hanging off your skin. Absolutely. And in fact, the only other piece of equipment you need is the conventional USB cord, which is then plugged into the device here and into your computer at the other end. So, whoopsie daisy. You just use a USB, plug it into your computer or into an outlet, and you charge it up in a very short period of time. We'll be supplying this with a little bag into which the product can be stored, and you can take it in your purse and travel with it or use it in a lunch break or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, there's plenty of, the fundamental proof of the use of blue light to kill acne is very well documented. There's been some remarkably important studies done in that respect. We have probably more, just as importantly, over 4,000 users who have used the earlier version of this device, which had all the wires to it, but had exactly the same LEDs, exactly the same treatment protocol, and they've scored out of 5 stars, hundreds and hundreds of them. This routinely scores 4.5 out of 5 stars, higher than any other product in the acne space.
Wow, and this version is even more convenient.
Well, because it's so easy to use. That's all you need. In pounds or in dollars?
In pounds?
In pounds. This product will sell for 50 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
So it's entirely affordable by the demographic that we're really looking for, which is adults, young adults, adolescents, young adults.
Yeah.
This is no longer a highly expensive product, but one that you can buy one at a time at 50 pounds, or perhaps a little less than that if you buy 2 or 3 at a time.
Okay, yeah, that's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
you.